It's straight up Escalating. Well, then, baby, how we doing? Now, we usually have a saying at the beginning of these videos, ladies and gentlemen. So it's either you've been here or you're new here. Open up them listening ears, listen to what a player about to tell you, feel me? I hope you're looking good. I hope you're feeling good. And most importantly, smelling good, you feel me? Now, ladies and gentlemen, bitch, we here with some crime. I'm not talking about any crime. I'm talking about some serious shit here now. Okay? We got a wife and her husband a killer. We gonna see what we got going on. You feel what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get it and let's go.
She literally attacked me from behind side. I was facing the lake. I have a...
No. Oh, you have some on your stomach?
Okay, 57 days later. We in Texas.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Someone came up and just shot my assistant manager.
Where is the shooter?
I don't have enough information. He's gone. He left in his car. He literally left a second ago.
Police in Carrollton, Texas rushed to the workplace of 24-year-old Alyssa Burkett after a co-worker called 911. He had heard gunshots outside the building. An unknown attacker had been waiting. The moment Alyssa arrived, he came at her with a gun and a knife. Within seconds, the only sounds in the air were her screams, begging for help. By the time officers got there, it was too late. Alyssa was already dead. Her body...
Damn! Rest in peace, Alyssa. Ooh!
...lay near the entrance, stabbed more than 40 times with no sign of mercy.
He stabbed her 40-something times? What'd that say? 44? 40 to 40-something times? What did she do to piss you off, brother? For you to stab her that many times?
What the officers didn't know yet was that this would become one of the most disturbing and complicated cases they had ever faced. In the days ahead, detectives would uncover a tangled mess, a list of possible suspects, bitter family conflicts, a custody battle over a child, dangerous levels of jealousy, and eventually, after years of twists, a court verdict that no one saw coming. All of it building into one of the most twisted homicides the town had ever seen.
The police department, search warrant. If you're in there, come out with your hands up.
I can't believe that my fiance would do something like that to a woman or to anybody.
I'm telling you, there's a side of him that you do not know.
Oh, hell. Wait a minute, this shit about to get real. Disclaimer, okay?
Minutes later, several patrol units arrive at the scene. It's the parking lot of an apartment rental office on 1120 MacArthur Drive. Right by the entrance sits a gray Toyota Corolla. The driver's side window is shattered and bullet holes are clearly visible in the glass.
Any crime scene is going to be inside that tape?
It's inside that tape.
All right. I heard that pop. I turned around, I knew it was a gunshot.
She got shot in the car. Okay. She can see her handprints.
A few steps away, a knife sheath lies on the sidewalk, and just beyond that, the bloody, wounded body of Alyssa Burkett. She had been shot in the face and stabbed repeatedly with deep, violent cuts all over her body.
Damn! Yo, Buddy ran up to the car window and shot her in her face. And then stabbed her 44 times. Sir, or whoever the fuck, what happened? Why so much violence for one person?
Officers move quickly to secure the scene while paramedics fight desperately to save Alyssa's life. But the blood loss and the sheer number of wounds make it impossible. At exactly 9:12 a.m., Alyssa's death is confirmed. A medical team sets up a tent right there in the parking lot to begin their examination of the body. At the same time, a crime scene investigator makes a chilling discovery: a tracking device hidden under the victim's car.
She got shot in the car. Okay. She can see her handprints.
Don't touch anything, okay?
That device would later be sent to digital forensics for analysis. But before the results came back, detectives would turn to the victim's co-workers, eyewitnesses who had seen pieces of the attack, and begin to reconstruct exactly what happened that morning.
Who put a GPS in her car?
Did you see him holding the knife?
Yeah, in the hand. Were you here when everything happened?
Yes, I was sitting on my...
According to reports, Alyssa arrived at the parking lot at 8:52 a.m. She hadn't even gotten out of her car when a man stepped out of a black Ford SUV parked a few meters away. He calmly walked up and fired a bullet through the driver's side window.
That's what
The
hit her in
sound
the
of the
face.
gunshot echoed through the lot. Inside the building, Alyssa's coworkers jumped up from their desks in fear and rushed into nearby rooms to take cover. One of them was sitting right by the window at the moment of the attack.
We're just getting our day started.
Okay. So here's my question. If she just, who stabbed her 44 times? Because you making it seem like Buddy went up to the window, shot the window out, kept it pushing, got back in the car and left. What?
Another witness said the attacker was a black man.
A black man?
It seems that after firing the shot, the killer turned back toward his own car as if he was about to escape. But in that moment, Alyssa, miraculously still alive, managed to get out of her car with great difficulty. She staggered toward the building entrance, pounding on the window and calling for help. When the attacker saw she was still alive, he came back. This time, armed with a knife, he rushed at her and stabbed her 44 times in different parts of her body, killing her. Then he got into his car and fled the scene.
You evil bitch! Oh!
Unfortunately, there were no security cameras around the building, so we don't have any footage of the attacker. But now, let's step in as criminal profilers and examine the scene piece by piece to understand what happened. This murder wasn't random or accidental. The choice of location, timing, and method shows that the killer knew the victim beforehand. The motive wasn't financial or sexual. Everything points to extreme anger and a desire to control the victim. This suggests the killer had some kind of emotional, familial, or competitive relationship with Alyssa. The attacker was armed with two types of weapons: a firearm for the initial attack or to incapacitate, and a knife to finish the job. This shows the crime was premeditated. The GPS device found under the victim's car is one of the most important pieces of evidence, showing that Alyssa had been watched for a long time, not for theft, but for control.
Control is
44
crazy.
stab wounds. That means the killer decided 43 times to strike again. What was going through his mind that he felt it wasn't enough and had to keep going, even though the victim had already been shot in the face?
She even said, I think he's the kind of person that's gonna try to kill me. And he did. And he did.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute!
Alyssa Burkett was born on the last day of 1995 in a town near Dallas, Texas. After graduating high school, she went to college and studied history at a university in Southern California. When she was 22, she met a 33-year-old man from Northern California named Andrew Beard on Tinder. He was successful and wealthy, with a house that smelled of expensive wood and a private plane parked right outside.
Wow. Fancy.
Their relationship started casually, some dates, some hangouts, nothing too serious, until one event changed Alyssa's life forever.
She got
Near
pregnant.
the end of her relationship with Andrew, she found out she was pregnant. On July 23, 2019, Willow was born. By then, Alyssa and Andrew had already separated, but they decided to share custody of their daughter. Alyssa was the primary guardian, while Andrew spent a day or two a week with Willow. During this time, she started dating another young man named Ben. On the surface, things seemed relatively calm, but behind the scenes, there were custody disputes with Andrew and financial struggles that had thrown Alyssa's life into chaos. Later, when Andrew got engaged to a woman named Holly Elkins, the custody battles slowly cooled down. After about a year, Alyssa and Andrew finally reached an agreement over custody and child support for Willow. What's interesting is that, against all expectations, Alyssa and Holly actually got along well. In one message, Holly told Alyssa, "Look forward to having a healthy relationship with you and Ben." Alyssa replied, "I hope your influence helps, because I'd love nothing more than for us all to have a healthy relationship." But just a few months later, something strange happened. On August 6th, Holly called the police claiming that Teresa, Alyssa's mother, had attacked her. 2 officers were dispatched to the scene to investigate. Holly told them she was walking near the lake with Willow in her arms when suddenly Teresa came up from behind, grabbed the child, and started hitting and scratching her.
Oh!
She literally attacked me from behind side. I was facing the lake.
Your hand?
I have a
No. Oh, you have some on your stomach?
Teresa?
Damn! Hey! What the fuck? Mama, this is outlandish. You was whooping the hell out of this damn girl. Oh
During
my
her interview, the
God.
police completely denied the incident, and since there wasn't enough evidence, the case was closed. On the surface, everything seemed to return to normal, until a few weeks later, when Carrollton police received a phone call from a man named Frank. He was reporting something suspicious.
I saw what I thought looked like someone just selling some drugs out of their truck, and I could smell it and I could see it. And
Okay, what kind of vehicle is it?
it's a little Toyota Corolla. I have a license plate if that helps.
Okay, great. What was your last name?
Morrow.
Several officers were immediately sent to Alyssa's workplace. In the trunk of her car, they found a large amount of cash, packages of drugs, and a gun with its serial number removed. Alyssa was shocked. She insisted that none of it was hers and that someone must have planted it to frame her. Given her background, no criminal record, no history of drug use, and no ties to crime, the police decided not to pursue the matter any further. Now, when we put all the pieces of this puzzle together, from the exhausting custody battle to the untraceable gun and the drugs that had been planted far too professionally for a single mother, and then add Alyssa's mother's words on the day of the murder that her daughter had warned her many times, "He's going to kill me one day."
So who is he? Who is he gonna kill him? Is it the other husband? Well, the baby daddy. Let's just call him that. Is it the baby daddy? Is that who you speak of? Because that's the only
Clear
nigga here
pattern
that I can
begins to
think of.
emerge, and that pattern points directly to one man, Andrew Beard.
The baby daddy.
It was him.
The baby
when
daddy.
the drugs didn't work in the car for him to get the baby.
After that staged drug case, Alyssa was never the same. She kept saying that Andrew was following her. She told her friends over and over that when she walked down the street, she could feel someone watching her from behind.
Oh, hell.
Once, she turned and saw Andrew in his car. Another time, she spotted him while standing in line at a gas station. And once more, when she was leaving a store. Alyssa...
All right, Andrew, brother. This is not looking good on you. I'm gonna tell you right now. The evidence so far is not looking good in your favor. I don't like you already because you sound like you on some shit. I'm on the side of put his ass in jail. That's what's on the side that I'm on. You feel what I'm saying, people?
was so frightened that she often asked her friends to walk her to her front door, telling them to check behind and make sure no one was following. She begged them to lock the door right away. Around that time, she even started a GoFundMe campaign. In her post, she wrote, "At this point, I'm truly scared for my life and my daughter's life. Please help me with the legal costs for Willow's custody." That one sentence shows Alyssa wasn't just worried about a legal battle, she felt the shadow of a man who wanted to take her life.
Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa. Last year I have been going through a custody battle, a very ugly one. I have a 1-year-old child. It's taken a toll on my mental and physical health. With that being said, I've become a lot stronger in the process. And I guess just my message is, no matter what you're going through, stick it out, you can do it, and stay strong.
But even with all of this, there's still one question we don't have a clear answer for. If Andrew was the killer, then who was the black man that witnesses saw?
I forgot about that! Who the fuck said that? First of all, hold on. Who the fuck? Why you think it gotta be a nigga? And I hope and pray that the end of this is not a nigga. If it was a brother that went up and killed this damn woman, that is gonna look fucking terrible. Lord!
Possibilities are on the table. Either Andrew himself carried out the attack in disguise, using makeup or different clothing to hide his identity, or he hired someone else to do it. Maybe a friend, maybe a ruthless man desperate for money. Whatever the truth, finding this person would bring investigators one step closer to solving the mystery. With that, police obtained a warrant and headed to Andrew's home.
Oh yeah! Search warrant if you're in there, come out.
Oh yeah, nigga, we right up in your shit!
A statewide alert went out for 2 vehicles, a white Ford F-150 registered to Andrew and a black SUV, the same one multiple witnesses reported seeing at the crime scene.
That's what I'm talking about!
A few hours later, Andrew's white truck was found. Police had pulled him over for a routine traffic violation. Officers ordered him out of the vehicle, and without any resistance, he was arrested on the spot. In the passenger seat was his fiancée, Holly Elkins, and in the back seat sat Willow, Alyssa's daughter, who by then had been placed in Andrew's full custody.
The daughter's in a car seat in the back seat. They've been pretty cooperative.
My part was to just find you. That's all they asked me to do.
Since the initial evidence against Andrew wasn't strong enough to hold him in jail, he was released just a few hours later. But what Andrew didn't know was that police had already decided to dig deeper into his life. The first step, a search warrant for his truck and his home. The first thing officers found in Andrew's house was an envelope covered in messy handwriting. Inside were notes with Alyssa's workplace address, the make and color of her car, and even her daily schedule. Among those notes was the name Frank Marrow, the same man who had called police a month earlier to report the drugs and gun in Alyssa's car.
Okay, Frank. What was your last name?
Morrow.
On the table, investigators also discovered a special charger and a portable battery. The model and serial number matched exactly with the GPS tracker that had been hidden under Alyssa's car.
Like I said, brother, it ain't looking too good for you, baby daddy, Roy.
So we found this GPS tracker box.
At the same time,
Let's
the full
go.
report on
Go
Andrew's
get his
car came in.
ass.
Inside a backpack on the back seat, police found a pair of men's hiking boots, soaked in bleach and cut into pieces. It was clear someone had been trying to erase his tracks. Next to the boots were 2 bottles of professional makeup in dark brown shades, something that could make light skin look much darker. That's when the first theory was confirmed. He tried to disguise himself using makeup and clothing to appear like a black man. Investigators also uncovered paperwork for a black Ford Expedition SUV registered in Andrew's name. GPS data showed that just half an hour after the murder, around 9:30 a.m., the vehicle was parked near an apartment building only a few blocks from Andrew's own home.
What you running
Inside
across
the
the street
SUV,
for?
officers found blood stains on the seat and floor. DNA testing later confirmed it belonged to Alyssa. And finally, the last piece of the puzzle. Right by the car door, police discovered a fake beard, the exact same kind Alyssa's co-worker had described the attacker wearing during the assault. With all this evidence,
Brother, you wore a fake beard and all, so you was really playing into your role. This is wild behavior. Dog. This man really went out there with a fake beard on. Bitch, let me see that beard. Nigga, is that crocheted? Did you crochet you a fake beard? Oh my God.
there was no doubt left. Andrew Beard was arrested once again, this time charged with first-degree murder, and taken to the Dallas Police Department jail.
Beard's bond
Done killed that damn, but you done killed your baby mama.
in the Dallas County Jail, charged with murder, and police say it's very clear this killing was not random, it was planned, and it was personal.
A few days later, Holly voluntarily went to the police to talk about the events that had happened. This is where the story enters a whole new phase. There was even a possibility that she herself could have been the next victim.
So I just told all my friends and family that I'm engaged to the most wonderful man on the planet.
Yeah.
And now people want me to believe that he's not that.
And there are so many emotional roadblocks for you to try to believe that. I get that.
I can't believe that my fiance would do something like that to a woman or to anybody, but a woman.
You better buckle. So if you can't believe that, why is it in the house? Why is it in his truck? The evidence is here, ma'am. You can defend your husband all you want. You can believe that he is some angel to God. But bitch, he is from hell. The devil. His cousin and them. Hell no. He done killed that woman and all
She was
that.
lucky to still be alive, but none of that seemed to matter. Holly kept insisting that Andrew had been at the house during the incident. She said the accusations were unbelievable and that the evidence couldn't convince her otherwise.
Telling you there's a side of him that you do not know. There are a few hours that you know he was not in that house.
You cannot tell me that I feel that way, sir.
I can tell you that because I know that for a fact that he was out of the house, Holly.
I don't know that for a fact. I am a total stage 5 clinger girlfriend. I'm always up his ass. I find it hard to believe.
The interview ended with,
And I find it hard to believe that you really think here that we gonna believe that you ain't do that shit, that he ain't go out the house, that he won't dare. You really gonna sit here and think that these officers is not on to that? Like shorty, he already said that. We know he wasn't there. Like what else is there to say?
without any concrete
We
results,
know he
and Holly
was
left
not
the police
there.
station. 2 weeks into Andrew's detention, something unexpected happened.
A Rowlett man accused of shooting, then stabbing to death the mother of his child is free on bond this afternoon. And the victim's family believes he is a threat to public safety.
On October 21st, 2020, Andrew Beard's $1 million bond was paid. And despite all the evidence against him, he was released from jail.
Who paid that money? What? Oh, you got to be shitting
Alyssa's
me.
family was shocked when they heard the news, not just because Andrew was free, but because they felt they were now in danger. They worried he might try to hurt them, or worse, take the opportunity to escape and never show up in court. At this stage, the case moved to the federal level and the FBI got involved.
Oh shit, bitch. We got the FB to the damn I on the case. This is what I'm talking about. Heavy hitters, send in the members. Come get this nigga. Lord.
Days later, Andrew was arrested again. This time for a different reason, possessing an illegal silencer. ATF agents searched his home and found a silencer with no serial number or permit in his closet. Under federal law, possessing such a device is a serious crime. Andrew went back to jail and this time stayed for a full 18 months.
A Rowlett man accused of murdering the mother of his child has been arrested on a new charge.
Many people could not believe that Andrew Beard was out of jail after posting a $1 million bond. Now the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Texas has found a way to charge him federally, and he is right back behind bars.
By law, the case should have moved to trial next, with the jury deciding the final verdict. But criminal cases don't always follow the rules, especially when a key player goes missing.
She'd already ordered her Uber and never came back.
After Andrew's arrest, Holly disappeared. Without saying a word or even saying goodbye to her fiancé, she returned to Michigan and cut off all contact. She rented a new apartment, bought a luxury car, and started a new relationship with another man. But the turning point came exactly when everyone thought the story was over.
Fuck all that. Shorty realized, packed her bags and got the fuck. Shorty changed the number, went back home, and all of that. He gonna come after her ass too. He gonna break something.
On June 15th, 2022, Andrew decided to speak, but not out of remorse or a guilty conscience. He had no choice. He wanted to cooperate and give information, hoping to get a reduction in his sentence.
If you were to ask me whose idea was what, drugs and the planning of drugs was Elkin's, it was made very clear to me that your previous methods aren't working. This is what you're going to do now in order to prove that that you're worthy.
Andrew claimed that Holly was not who she appeared to be. From the very beginning, he said she didn't like Alyssa and wanted to be the only player on the stage of Alyssa and Willow's life. And to reach that position, she had to eliminate her rival. According to Andrew, all the schemes came from Holly's mind.
Oh! Shit! It came... You know what? Now that I think about it, she do look like she be up to no damn good. Give me my mouse. She look like she just be scheming up here. Something ain't right. Now looking at this bitch properly. Lord, I should have known.
Planting the drugs and gun, staging the attack by Alyssa's mother, and even hiring a private investigator to secretly gather information on Alyssa. But when all of that failed, she entered a new game. A game where she wasn't just controlling anymore, she became a direct threat.
Like, I was emotionally drained, and at that point, I just basically said, okay, and became submissive to whatever she wanted me to do. That's the task I did. It was,
you sorry? No, no, you sorry mother. What? Whatever task you got mentally drained and just said, fuck it. Sir, the mother of your child died because of your tomfool, because you don't know how to just, what?
Dress up as a different person, essentially. You're gonna wear this dark makeup. That was her plan. That was how it's gonna be done. It does look planned out because it was. The process was planned out.
It seemed that the murder plan was a test of Andrew's manhood, and he may have truly believed he had to succeed. Holly had planned everything for 2 weeks before the murder. How Andrew should disguise himself to make his face look darker, what time to be at the scene, what to wear, and where to escape afterward. She had even prepared a few messages to boost Andrew's confidence while
See, Boost, hold on. I'm not coming home to bullshit. I hope you handled it. Who the fuck does she think she is? It would be a whole different conversation if I feel like you ride or die. If not, then I don't know. I don't want anyone who is a pussy to some low life. What? Who does she think she is, Chad? No!
Carrying out the plan. Usually we look for the killer, but sometimes we have to look for the person who created the killer. In this case, Holly didn't pull the trigger and the knife was never in her hands. But if she hadn't existed, this crime probably never would have happened. In mid-July 2023, Holly Elkins was arrested at Miami Airport just after returning from her vacation in the Dominican Republic on charges of conspiracy to commit murder. At the trial on April 10th, 2024, the prosecutor opened with a striking line. Andrew Beard is a monster, but he's Holly Elkins' monster. Messages exchanged between the couple proved their relationship.
Your baby mama owns you. You continue to put baby mama first. I don't want or need any bullshit from anyone. So do you, man? Cause this nigga gotta take cause of that? What? And you allow her to control you like that? What? Oh, this man is ridiculous.
The relationship had always been toxic and controlling. Just 2 months after meeting, Holly had already sent Andrew a message. Your baby mama owns you. You continue to put BM first. I don't want or need any bullshit from anyone. Police reports show that from that moment, Holly began investigating trackers, surveillance tools, and ways to control positions. By September 2020, everything was part of her detailed plan. On September 13th, Holly and Andrew bought that black Ford together. The next day, Holly purchased the dark brown makeup for disguise. On September 19th, the pair went to a store and bought the same model of bullets and knife that would later be found at the crime scene. Why did she do all this? The prosecutor argued that it all stemmed from Holly's obsession with gaining control over Willow. But if you look deeper, the child was more than just a custody battle. Willow was a symbol. To Holly, Willow wasn't just a child. She was a flag at the peak of a mountain she didn't want anyone else to climb.
So you wanted to be this little girl mama so bad that you killed her actual mama to try to be this little girl mama. Well, you ain't kill her, but you convinced the baby daddy to do it. See that stuff? Oh!
What is that?
That was one of my favorite things that we did. It was always me and her, my best friend. Like, that was my person.
I want mama.
Oh, poor baby. The fact that he even allowed her to have that much control over him, that he was willing to kill his baby mama. Not even willing, that he killed his baby mama for this girl, so she could try to be the mama of your child. What? Oh hell no! See, this is why you gotta watch with who you fuck with. I'm so serious. You better watch with who you fuck with. That's gonna be the end right there. You feel what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tune into the Twitch whenever you get a chance, and I'm gonna see y'all whatever I upload next. Peace.